as leaders, we need to master the way we speak. It's very, very important. And I want to dwell so much on this, like I've said. Please, I'm begging you, as I'm begging myself. Issue of effective communication in leadership is the key, is the bedrock, is the central thing. If you don't get anything out of this session, please the issue and go in the issue of effective communication. I put it here that the wise are not worthy, and the worthy are not wise. The wise are not worthy. W-O-R-D-Y. The wise, they don't speak so many words. And in my little years of living, I have seen one damaging error that has lasting effect on leaders. And it is from the lack of the skill of effective communication. Communication, as you are growing and you are aspiring to be known, to become prominent, to become effective, to make a change, be selective with your word. The wise are not worthy. The worthy are not wise. Let me quickly go through my text. I have some things to say about this here. Purpose-driven leaders delegate authority and encourage autonomy. They encourage freedom, autonomy. And I want to charge you that most male leaders who micromanage their team members or that are controlling and bossy lack empowerment and trust. They don't trust people. If I'm not there, they will cheat. If I'm not there, they're going to steal. Let them steal. If you are a righteous leader, a leader of integrity, a time is coming, time will catch up with them. So it is a weakness on the part of most male leaders. That's what I've seen. And as I'm talking now, you can confirm. Those of us who are male in this cohort, we will grow into becoming that as we are getting developed and getting grown up. So it is a weakness, particularly for male leaders, to want to micromanage. We thought that this attitude of being bossy is common to men. So we usually think that if we give people assignments, we don't monitor them, they are not going to do it well. It's a lie. The simple fact in that is that we are going to kill ourselves so easily. Leadership is so burdensome that if the care is not taken, you can wear out without knowing it. So in the same vein, most female leaders too, who micromanage their team members, are insatiable. They cannot be satisfied. They find it difficult to accept help. Those of us ladies, please, I want to charge us. Go and find out from married women. Majority of married women, they are insatiable. They cannot be satisfied. It's not of, I'm not talking in the negative concept now. I mean, in the negative level now. Negative in the sense that it's not that they are greedy. It's not that they are materialistic. No. But so many of our mothers, they find it difficult to accept help. Ladies, feel free to interject. You will see that at home, your mothers will give you an assignment. Go and sweep, go and do this quickly. They will still come, this thing, you put pepper too much. This one, you did this floor, you didn't sweep very. You will see some married women, 12 a.m., 1 a.m., they have not gone to bed. They are still late, still clean. You cannot finish everything in a day. You will kill yourself. That young girl who is not doing it well now, there is something we call on-job learning. As you are doing the job, you are learning the more, you are becoming master. So that is void of micromanagement. But majority of our mothers, they don't know that they are leaders, even from family level. They micromanage. The daughter that you have given an assignment to cook, if she cooks today and water is not in the stew, manage it like that. Tomorrow she will improve. But if you're micromanaging, you don't give her the free hand to do what you have assigned her to do, there is no way she will become a manager. That's why in so many homes, go and find out as I'm talking now, majority of our women, they will not go to bed until 1 a.m. They want to do this, they want to make sure that this one is clean, this one is done. You can't finish everything. You will just simply kill yourself. Empowerment. So as we continue to grow, let's learn this. Let it be a part of us. Learn to accept help. So it's a weakness that is also particular to women. And I want to charge us that micromanagement mars leadership. It taunts leadership. It destroys leadership. Let me bring an example. I don't know how many of us have conducted some studies about eagles. One of the leadership lessons that is common to leaders or in the field of leadership about eagles is that, you know, when eagles, when they have their eaglets, it's usually on the top of very far tree. At that tender age, sometimes the eagles, they will carry their eaglets at their back. And as they are soaring, they just let go. When you do that, definitely, fall is inevitable. So as the eaglet is coming down, falling, that they're going to die, you will just see the eagles. They will just move, come under them and leave them again. That is how not to micromanage. So when you do that, you know that, okay, death is coming, you come to the rescue. But by lifting them far and leave them to jump down or to drop down, what eagles are simply doing is they are building capacity in them to weather any storms. That is how to lead. So empowerment is not about giving people money. In fact, mentors and leaders that are fond of giving people money, they are not helping them. I'm not saying you should not give. But what I'm saying is that if you want to lead with purpose, you must learn to be able to empower and trust them that they are going to do it well. If they don't do it well today, definitely tomorrow it's going to get better. So that's the point in that one. Number 5, adaptability. Adaptability and resilience. Purpose-driven leaders embrace change and they bounce back from setback. Purpose-driven leaders, they embrace change and they bounce back from setback. Adaptability, they adapt themselves to any situation and their resilience. No leader is immune against failure. Take it again. No leader is immune against failure. However, effective leader or a purpose-driven leader is he who rises after fall. Effective leader or a purpose-driven leader is the one who rises after fall. You are going to fall, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to commit errors, like I've said. But you adapt yourselves. You know, this thing is a do or die. Do or die in the sense that this task that I'm focusing on, I've known, I have the feeling for it, I have the inner propelling for it. So it's not, there's no going back. Come whatever is going to take, I'm going to give it. That's what we're talking about. And we're talking about resilience. Resilience is the ability to be stretched and at the same time still come back to the original form. Elasticity. If you look at rubber band, I don't know many of us, if you are taking notes, if you look at rubber band, the strength and the value of the rubber band is the fact that it's able to stretch. And as you are stretching, it can also come back to the original form and still maintain the form. Adaptability. So as a leader, one of the dynamics that we must master is adaptability and resilience. It's going to stretch you. Like I've said last week, some people will take you for granted. Some people will come to do all sorts of things. But you must know you are on a mission. You are committed to that. Permit me to bring an example, please. Permit me to bring an example, a biblical example. There is a biblical character that I love so much studying. For those of us who are Christians, you can relate with what I'm saying. In the book of 2 Kings chapter 5, 1-3 and verse 13, there is a slave girl who was serving a man, a leader known as Naaman. He was a captain or a leper. This lady, this young girl, who happened to be a slave that was brought into the family, she has made herself so adaptable to that family to the point that as a slave, she could refer to the mother of the house as her mistress. And when you are referring to someone as a mistress, you have built a relationship of knowing her as your parent, as your mother, which in the study of slavery is not a common term. Slaves are not allowed to refer to their law with relationship terms. There is this gap between them. That means we are not at the same level. And that's why in homes where there are mates, if there is no culture, if there is no manner, you will see the children in that family, they will want to differentiate and distinguish themselves from the slaves, from the mates, because they are the biological children in that family. But adaptability and resilience help this slave girl to bring herself so low, so loyal, so committed that she could call her madam, mistress, my mom. So there was a time now that the man of the house, the leper, was looking for an assistant to be healed. All of the servants in the house, the soldiers, don't forget, he was a big man, he was a military man. They could not go to the point where that help will be tapped from. I'm trying to make it general because I'm not preaching. But it got to a time that man became furious. He couldn't accept the offer that was being given to get the help he needed. It was this same girl that came and he said, my father, look at that, my father. If they told you to do something bigger, won't you do it? That's adaptability. She has brought herself for the task that come what may. This is the reason that I'm in this family. This task must not go unfulfilled. So she brought herself to the point that her words could propel the man to accept the help. Resilience. And immediately that she was done, she was gone and gone forever. Fulfilled. That's the essence of leadership. You may look at her as a slave, but she has a mission. Don't forget, we have defined mission. She has a vision. She knew that she was a slave in that family, but she was brought in for a purpose. That's a dynamic that we must all master. Number 6, because of time. The next one is effective communication. Effective communication. Let me give us another tips. Anyone can come. What is your understanding of effective communication? And at the same time, is it necessary for leaders to communicate? Yes, feel free. You can jump in. Effective communication. What is your understanding? And is it necessary for leaders to communicate?
Effective communication simply means your conversations with individuals, precisely as a leader to your followers or those that are under you. And it is necessary to communicate because it is only through communication that you can attest the way the people are, that's the masses are. And it will be possible only through communication to know their needs and their wants and the way to that. In fact, effective communication simply means it's just a very good characteristics of a good leader, because you are there to now listen to your follower, just like the Bible says, a good shepherd knows hears the voice of the lamb, something like that.
Okay, thank you so much. So you are saying it's important for leaders to communicate. Another person have an idea of what effective communication is?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yes, sir. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, maybe you should go first.
Okay.
Okay, speaking on, I will answer the second question, which is, are leaders to have effective communication? The answer is yes. Then talking about the first person, what is effective communication? Simply, it is knowing what to say, when to say it, and how to say it.
Are you looking at my text? Are you looking at my text?
No, sir, I'm not actually.
You have really stolen my word. Go ahead.
Okay, that's like basically what I wanted to just say conclusively.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And I will ask another question. So let me give Auntie Mercy the opportunity.
Yes,
yeah. I think Auntie Mercy also answered some of my questions last week. So I will give a gift of 5,000 to Auntie Mercy too. So go ahead.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay. I wanted to say that effective communication is a two-way thing. That is giving and receiving. listening, and speaking. When
God
you
bless you.
communicate with your
You have
followers,
also
you
stolen, you
learn.
have also stolen from my text. I love that
Not at
language.
all.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just teasing you. I love that language. You are able to say two
Thank you,
ways,
sir.
you say and you listen. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, as a leader, you ought to communicate. You ought to speak to your followers to let them know your mind, because we are humans. Definitely, we have to communicate. We cannot read minds, and they also have to give you feedbacks. You need feedbacks as a leader. That's my submission, sir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Is Mr. Michael raising his hand? I still see
Yes,
his hand on.
Okay. Communication, my own understanding.
I'm coming, Mr. Majid. It's like Mr. Michael want to talk.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Effective communication, to my understanding, means that
I really want us to dwell on this effective communication and get the concept right, because we need it. Go ahead.
So effective communication is a line of authority, like is a trend that works between, let's say, the leader and even, let's say, a team. That every communication depends on their success. So whenever communication is lacked, let's say the leader passes a communication now, and the person that needs to reach the final person hasn't gotten the information, then it will make the process of the victory slow.
To slow down. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. Yeah. Auntie Rachel Ajisafe, you want to speak?
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, my sister.
To me, effective
communication means passing from the unit, and there will be a feedback of what they've done to the user.
Okay, thank you. So, Auntie Rachel, over to you.
Okay, as I was saying, effective communication implies being able to pass across your thoughts clearly and firmly to others, and being able to receive constructive feedbacks. So that's what
constructive. I love that word. I love that word. Constructive feedback. Yeah. Auntie Sonayon, I don't know whether I'm right. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And according to my little understanding, effective communication simply involves the way of passing information and meaningful information to one's fellow and receiving a feedback from those people. In communication, there's a medium. So we have the sender and we have the receiver. The sender, meaning the leader, passes his information, passes his thoughts in several ways, either through graphics, either through the verbal, or through actions, through signs, and receiving an effective feedback, as in receiving an effective feedback from his follower, that's the receiver.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's important. Is it anti-Jedite or broad Jedite, whosoever it is? Over to you.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, my sister.
I'm going to start with the second question you asked. You asked that are leaders is leaders supposed to be effective with their communication skills? So I think leaders, I feel like leaders they should have this effective. They need to be effective when it comes to communication, because a leader's communication skill is more like a torchlight lightning through a dark cave. So, and we can't really see without it, and it helps everyone. It gives, when there is a light in the cave, it gives like a direction. It gives you gives even more courage to walk through it. So a leader's communication skill is just like that. And also when it comes to what effective communication is, I feel like it's more like a building bridge.
Okay.
Because it is more or less like the act. It's not just about speaking alone. It's about speaking, it's about feeling understood.
Thank you so much.
And it's not just listening to words.
Thank you so much.
It's not just listening to.
Thank you so much. Bridge is a bridge. It lightens, it's a thought light that lightens the dark so that others could be in the same path. I love those two terms. The last person, Auntie Lois, and then we'll proceed from there. Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sister.
Thank you, sir. So, like the last person said, I'm also going to start with the second question. I feel like a leader that has mastered effective communication has mastered how to lead a team. And because, and I will also say what I think effective communication is. It's basically, good evening, ma. Sorry. Okay. Please. Effective, and I'll say effective communication is basically communication is a dialogue, not a monologue. It is beyond you. It's from a party. Yes, sir. It is a party delivering a message in a clear and concise way, in a way
Thank
that
you so much. The
can
other party will
understand.
understand. Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. It's not a monologue. It's a dialogue. It's a two-way conversation. And I really want us to dwell on, I really want us to dwell on this. Let's move on because of time, because I want to stop by 2:30 so that we can ask our questions. So with what I have here, you will see that I said effective, not just communication, effective. I don't know if you have read or you have listened to so many motivational speakers, especially on marriage these days. Everybody has become a sudden authority because of social media. You see a lot of theories being propounded on social media. If you are not careful, you will be swayed away. So I'm not talking about just communication. I'm talking about effective work as leaders is necessary. And this involves vision articulation, active listening. I love what the last sister just said. It's not a monologue. It's a dialogue. Active, as you are saying, you are also actively listening. In one of the courses I've taken, there is what we call active listening. Ability to be able to hear what people are not saying. I mean, what people are saying without speaking. You have spoken your mind, but you could psychologically listen to people that even when they blink their eyes, you know they are saying something. It's a skill that every leader has to develop because of time. So this active communication involves vision articulation, active listening, open dialogue. You see that now. Attaining excellence and achieving results in any adventure, including leadership, requires not just communication, but effective. For those of us, even for all of us, don't let me just say for those of us, as we continue to grow, we have family. Let me hammer and hammer and hammer and hammer and hammer again. You are going to remember this session. You are going to remember my name for something in future, if not for many things. This issue of effective communication. In so many families today, we are having issues because of lack of effective communication. And I want to bring to your attention that family setting is also a leadership organogram on its own. In so many homes, you will hear, let's talk. Whenever you hear, let's talk, you know, it's something good. Oh, we want to dialogue. I want to know what my wife wants to say. I want to know what my husband wants to say. But what comes out of many dialogues in family setting, even in organizational setting, if somebody intends to say something, you will be happy. Oh, my dad is going to say something that will help me. My wife is going to say something that will help me. We're going to discuss what is the next move. How are we going to achieve this? But from my little research, I have found out that the end result of so many dialogue in organizations, in friendship relationship, including family relationship, don't come out to achieve the purpose of the intention in so many cases, because we lack the understanding of the three components of effective communication. And that's what I titled TMT. Master this. That's what I said you are going to remember me in the future. And go and find out if you can conduct research or interview or interactive dialogue or whatever with families that you are free with. Go and find out. Majority of problems in relationship is as a result of lack of effective communication, or the component of effective communication, TMT. Time, mood, and tone. So if we are going to achieve effective communication as leaders, we must master the time that we are presenting an issue. We must master the mood. and we must master the tone. And I want to challenge those of us who are female as we continue to grow. All ladies in this cohort, in this interactive session, please master this issue, master this component as you aspire to get married in future. It has ruined a lot of families. It's not everything that you want to say that you must say, regardless of the hurt. It's not everything that you want to say that you must not be conscious of the time, regardless of the hurt. It's not everything that you want to say that you must not control your emotion, your mood. You have good suggestions. You have vision, you have mission, you have the capacity. But do you study the time? Is the time appropriate for the people that you want to communicate to? That is where the issue of effectiveness comes in. Is the mood in agreement with the situation, the ovation that you can study? Is the tone? Okay, you want to talk to somebody who is an higher authority, and that person has done something wrong. Not wrong in the sense of something so negative, so big, but maybe a technical error. Why do you put that in there? Simply what you are saying is that, so do you funny? Are you blind? And culturally speaking, in a contest, can you tell an agbalagba and hold that person that are you blind? So you have simply abused him. You cannot talk to that fellow to do something. You cannot get that fellow to do something and he will do it because you have marred the situation, the mood, the time, and the tone. So all leaders need these three components of effective communication. Then I want to particularly, like I've said, encourage you, future female leaders, to master them. I perceive and presume that renowned female leaders in our country and in our context, majority of them, they have mastered this issue of time, mood, and tone in their relationship with their spouse. And I have examples here. I presume the like of Professor Dora Akuyili, majority of us, we knew her during our lifetime, right? For somebody to attain that level of excellence, prominence, definitely the home was intact. The husband was given the backing, I assume, permit my use of word. When you look at Okonjo-Iweala, there was a time they conducted an interview. If you see the way this woman and her husband were holding themselves in public during that interview, you will know that the husband was given the effective support that the woman needs for her leadership style. And our parents will say, be Leobadun. Be Benny Borori. If the family is not intact, the community will be like a bush. If you look at, like I mentioned another time, Ibukwa Osika, hardly will you see the husband of that woman in public setups. But the woman was focal, she has business brain, she could achieve anything. So if at home there's no balance in the way they relate in their communication, the support being given will not be there. Majority of us, we know of this woman too, Funsuala Kija. Those are women of excellence in Nigeria, leaders. They are women. So the point I'm trying to drive home is that the fact that you're a woman does not mean you cannot attain the best of your living, the best of your potentials. But majority of women in our setups today, they don't achieve excellence. They don't get to the top. Go and find out the statistics is there. Is there how many leaders, female leaders do we see? So this issue of effective communication, and particular to women now, it concerns the men too. It has to be mastered, though, not only in the sense of leading people that are under you in every relationship. Women are naturally leaders. I put it there. Women are naturally leaders whose evolving, coming out in greater capacity, among others, is determined by their own front. If you are disorganized in your home, your brain will not be settled. Things will be disarrayed. To do excellent, to achieve excellence, to do greater exploit will be difficult. So men also, we also need it to, like I've said, it's not that it's particular to women, but I'm just charging us in that regard. So effective communication is also necessary, even for men. So I want to say that we need to be, we need to master the way we communicate. equanimity. Why am I giving you these skills or opening your eyes to it? Is because, like I've said, challenges will come, pressures will come. You must be ready for what you believe you want to do. Equanimous in your aspiration to lead. But if you are not equanimous as a leader, you will be trapped. So it's my prayer that as you continue to grow and aspire for great future, the Lord will help you. I will hear of your names. I will hear of your testimonies in greater places, both in Nigeria and beyond the soil of Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time and for honoring our invitation to speak. We are so glad to have you and to draw from your wealth of knowledge. We really appreciate you. And to everyone, we thank you for staying to the end.
Then, excuse me, sir, I will send the materials to our coordinator, and then I will ask Mr. Majid and Sister Mercy, Olaiwola, if I'm correct, send your account to Yola, send your account to Brother David. I will send your gifts to him, and then it will get to you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. We really appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Look forward to getting some of your published books and materials so that we'll be able to share with everyone on the call. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on the call today, and see you next week by God's grace for another insightful session.